Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rachel Lauren, and today we're going to take a minute to slow down and reflect on 2025 as we decorate for the holidays. I feel like 2025 has really been a year of learning how to trust that the universe has my back and that everything is always happening the way it's supposed to. Like, that has probably been like the biggest theme of this year. Just really learning to lean into that, because when we can do that, it relieves so much stress about, stress about the unknown, about the future, about things that we can't control. And what's the point of stressing about that? So, it's something that like we know in our heads, but like it's harder to put into practice. And I've been really practicing it this year. Like, I'm extremely motivated in my business, but I know that it's just as important to slow down and let your body and your mind rest. So one really big thing that I did this year is I quit my corporate job, and I had to just fully trust in myself to know that I'm capable of building a business that makes me happy, that can be really successful and thrive. And I've known for a long time that I have what it takes to be a business owner. I just wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. I just feel so blessed and privileged to be where I am. Like, every single step of the journey has been just as important as the one before, to bring me exactly where I am. So like, I wouldn't change a thing. It's really immeasurable. Like, I've been able to utilize all the different experience that I had at my corporate job and my job before that, working for a car dealership. Like, I just have so much experience that I've been able to put in my social media and marketing for myself, that when I finally started seeing like real growth on my social pages and seeing it convert into sales and subscriptions, I was able to start like envisioning my life as someone who doesn't work for someone else, which is what I've always wanted. So this February, I was finally making enough money. Actually, last like December, at the beginning of December, so like a year ago, I put in my 2 weeks, and we had a big conference every year. So they asked me to stay on through that. So I did. Like I said, I gained so much great stuff through that job, but leaving it was the best decision I've made, like career-wise. Just fully betting on myself. I mean, when you put yourself in that position, you can't fail. There's no better motivation, really. But the hard part is trusting yourself, like to make that jump into the unknown where you don't have, a set salary, and you don't have someone who's going to make sure that everything comes together if you drop the ball or whatever. Like, no, if I drop the ball, it's on me, and I lose money or I lose sales, whatever. So like, yeah, there's a lot more risk to running your own business as far as like career security, of course, but without risk, you don't get any of the real reward. And for me, working for someone else, especially in a corporate sector, it just really felt like the harder that I worked, it didn't matter. I didn't make any more money, even though I asked, and that was really hard, but I didn't get raises when I thought that I should. So it just wasn't working out anymore, and I really gave it a fair shot. My thing was like, it's just sickening. Like, I want to work hard. Like, I was really driven because I really cared about the company and my role within the company, and I wanted to put in like all of my energy and my best efforts, but if I wasn't getting paid anymore, like, it was just so useless. And now, with what I do now, that is one of my favorite things about it, is the harder I work, I see instant outcome from it. Like, if I work harder, I make more money that month. And that's the way that it should be, right? Like, I will say, I love what I do. You guys know that. But it's not for everyone. But that doesn't mean that you can't utilize the World Wide Web, because it is really wonderful. Create an amazing life for yourself where you don't have to work for someone else and feel like it's to no end. What do they call it? The rat race, or like a hamster wheel? I don't know. It just felt like that. I'm working on building my team now, and I'm starting with hiring an assistant. I had one, but that didn't work out, so I'm hiring another one. I have to decide by tonight, actually. I need to let them know. But yeah, my plan when I grow my team is to really just like let everyone bring to the table what I hired them to do. So like, they're professionals. I'm gonna let them be professionals. I don't wanna micromanage anyone. And if they're, producing work that's like above and beyond, or producing amazing ideas that, they go out of their way to come up with these things for my brand, then I'm going to pay them more. It just makes sense, right? I'm going to make more money from it. They should get paid more. I don't know, makes sense to me. So that's the kind of business I'm going to be running. So I'm really excited about that, which is another thing that happened this year. I hired my first assistant. Maybe she only lasted for a couple of months, but I've got another one. I just did like 6 or 7 interviews the past couple of days. So that's really exciting. I'm just learning all of this stuff about owning your own business. Another thing that I did this year is I set up all of my like LLC and my business stuff, which I hadn't done that at all. And I've been doing this for over 2 years. But I hadn't done that. I invested a really good chunk of money into a portfolio, or my portfolio, however you say it. I don't know. I'm still learning this stuff. But you know, I'd never had money to invest before. So like I had been, you know, just sitting on it for a while because I started finally making money. I just had been sitting on it. I didn't know how to invest or what to do or where to put it. I thought it was just all really risky, so it's scary. So I ended up hiring someone that I really trust, that I've known for a while. And that was like a big deal for me because it was like a big chunk of money. It was like $80,000. And I was like, oh my God, I really just dropped that on investing in my future. That's freaking cool. That's like boss moves. That's something that me 5 years ago would not have believed you. Like I could cry. Like I would not have believed you if you told me that. Like where I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like just a lot has happened. And even in just the past year, I really learned how to embrace being single in a different way, because this year I've been single going on 4 years now. And, you know, it's obviously by choice. Like, yeah, I could go out and date. I could have, you know, someone to commit to me and I commit to them. But I'm just super selective because, you know, I've been through some stuff in a partner relationship before where I was so scared to go through it again that I was so scared to date because I didn't trust myself to not fall for somebody who would, you know, deceive me and manipulate me into thinking that they were someone else again, basically. So it's just so scary. So I've been single for 4 years, but this year I feel finally really ready for a relationship, and past years I haven't been. That's really cool. I went on 2 dates this year. Yeah, which is 2 more than last year. So I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 2 more than last year, okay? I'm gonna be honest. I am not so sure that this tree is gonna light up. I feel like last year it was like iffy, it was on and off. So this year, and we've moved across the country, we'll see guys. Make sure everybody's plugged in. Yeah, so like that's another thing that happened this year. Like I quit my job working corporate and I was working in Florida, and I moved across the country all by myself, crazy, over here to San Diego. And I moved with my doggy and my kitten, and it was a whole ordeal. You know, some things happened where I learned really what it looks like to trust in the universe. And even when I don't know what's going to happen next, or, you know, what tomorrow looks like, or how things are going to work out, whatever, I'm trusting that I'm going to be taken care of. I'm doing the best that I can do, and that's all that I can do. That's all that's in my control, and everything else, I just have to trust that it's going to work out the way it's supposed to, because you know what? It always does. It always does. Always. So another theme of this year was learning to slow down. Hold on. Hold that thought. Moment of truth, guys. Damn. Okay. So I have a backup plan. That's really depressing. I have a backup plan. I have some other lights. We can just string them on. Because 'tis the season, we're gonna get this done. BRB. Some little gingerbread babies. You want one? And we have candy cane Oreos. And I have some medium hot chocolate because it's been sitting out for a minute. Yay! Okay, this is really exciting. So another cool thing that I did this year, another cool first, I bought my first class plane ticket, and I don't say that to brag, of course. I say that because this is me stepping into an energy that's like a level up above where I'm at, because I'm not the kind of person who can fly first class all the time, just to be transparent. But I did it for like my birthday trip. Step into the person that you want to be. So like, Dress like the person that you want to be, even if you don't have that job yet. Dress for the job you want. That kind of idea, that whole thing. Because everything's about energy. So when you do things like that, like you book yourself, you know, a spa day every now and then, if that's the life you want in the future, or you go travel to like overseas just because you want to sometime, not all the time, but just sometime, you're gonna really motivate yourself to want to do that more. And so you'll do whatever you have to do to create that life for yourself. It's like stepping into the person that you want to be so that you can feel what that energy vibration feels like, and then you can match it with your actions day to day until you get to that point and you become that person. So that was a super cool experience. Yes, definitely something I would like to do more. I can see that I should have started at the top. I'm sure y'all are enjoying this 360, huh? All for you, everything I do, just to make you guys happy. Yeah, I was saying, like, another big theme of this year is just slowing down. Literally, in everything that I do, just learning to slow down and take a breath. And there's a saying that slower is faster, and it is so true. The more you slow down, the faster you go. The faster you get to the destination you're trying to get to, or the goal that you have in mind. Slowing down allows you to focus. You know, I'm somebody who has ADHD, and so I jump from task to task and I get things done, and I feel like I'm like whipping stuff out, like just like boom, 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 like a whirlwind. But you know what? If I were to just focus on one task at a time and get it done, I would get all of them done faster. That's just a fact of life, instead of flipping from thing to thing, because your brain doesn't work like that. So like really being intentional about slowing down in everything that I do, even as far as just like walking, because I've always been an extremely fast walker. Like my friends, my family will tell you that. I'm someone who like really freaking needed to slow down. Yeah, I just really believe that like the more we slow down, the faster we go. If you want to watch more of my fun adventures and my workouts and my recipes, make sure to hit subscribe to my channel below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Want to know the next best thing to having me under your Christmas tree? The premiere edition of the signature Gym Crush calendar. Here's a little sneak peek. This is what you get. You hang it on your wall and you get motivation all year round. You can pick them up now on my website.